a lot of good has come from this Kendrick Lamar Drake beef. One of the things we've gotten is we've gotten some of the best lyrics in a generation, in a lifetime, right? Best lyrics ever on both sides. I mean, they put out some fire. I mean, yeah, there's diss tracks, but, you know, they were fire. And Kendrick Lamar is breaking records with the latest diss track, Not Like Us. Okay, so we got that. Also, what's come from that is we've learned a lot of what happens behind the scenes. For example, Drake is being accused of being a PDF file downloader. And I got that from another YouTuber. Also, the inner workings of some of the hip-hop execs, who they are, how much of the market they control, all kinds of stuff is being exposed, right? But what's also being exposed is a phenomenon commonly known as male overactive estrogen syndrome. Let's get into that, but first, I got the I Keep a K t-shirt on. You get that at the Hood Trucker store. Feel free to go get you one, or two, or three, or whatever. I support the channel. Now, male overactive estrogen syndrome is a condition to where males have high estrogen levels and can lead to depression, anxiety, irritability, tiredness, sleeplessness, and mood swings. Now, who is it that we've been watching covering this beef that's experiencing these very symptoms? In my estimation, in my professional opinion, it's DJ Akademiks.
Drake is his own man. He plans his own shit. He tells me what he wants to tell me. Here's the facts about it. Kendrick got bad information. I don't care who gave it to him. It could be God, Satan, or in between. It was false. We can't get no proof of it. I don't care if Drake plotted a week or he did not, okay? Unless you can find the proof, it was false. Please stop trying to use like, yo, y'all all sound desperate. Wait for records or just get over this whole shit. Like, no, he planted this here. He's so smart. No, Kendrick broke it down. Kendrick got the tea. Kendrick's so smart. No, what I hear is a bunch of lies that y'all are in post trying to make these diss songs mean more than what they are, because we can't find a lick of proof. Kendrick said this nigga's Epstein, so now Kendrick fans is trying to create a web of lies that Drake has a ring with kids. Nigga, where? Oh, it's on this Panasonic laptop, but we got it. There's a dog bowl. Nigga, if you got the shit, send it to the cops.
Now, is it just me, or is it that DJ Akademiks is actually experiencing some of the symptoms caused by male overactive estrogen syndrome, right? He was high strung, right? So high estrogen levels can lead to depression, anxiety, irritability. I mean, did that look like irritability? It does to me. Maybe not tiredness or sleeplessness. Maybe he has been getting sleepless nights because he's so invested, for whatever reason, in this beef, to the point where he's actually, he's really defending Drake to a level that seems a little sus to me, right? So, and then got mood swings, right? That's one of the symptoms, right? So he starts out, his show, his podcast, right? Calm, collected, whatever, and then he jumps into this really high, irritable, mood swingy type of, that's how he's acting, right? He's yelling so loud, he's spitting on his microphone, right? And I have to question what's really behind all this emotion. See, we have a lot of estrogen. Estrogen is associated with women. Women are associated with emotion. If you have this level of emotion, what's really going on, right? You have this level of emotion for a dude who paints his fingernails, which is high estrogen levels. Look, painting nails is associated with women, and estrogen is associated with women, right? It's not scientific, but listen, what else is the reason why you would paint your nails? I don't care if you're, what's the guy, YBN, young boy, whatever his name is, he paints his nails. Caleb Williams that just got drafted as a quarterback, he paints his nails. You know, other than high estrogen, why would you be painting your nails? That's not something that men do, right? You know, if anything, now I've heard certain, 16s, right? Painting nails with clear polish. I don't even agree with that. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do, but at least it's clear and you can't see it. That's what you do, okay? But, painting the nails and defending a dude like this to this level of boisterousness, irritability, mood swingy type of, an attitude behind a dude that paints his nails. Now, he's also trying to push the lie narrative. So he kind of I follow, we discuss politics here too. He kind of does what a lot of the Trump supporter MAGA people do, namely Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? She defends at all costs, right? And defends in a way to kind of misdirect you, right? So listen, if you've been following the beef, right? You've been seeing multiple different people cover the beef. Some on Drake's side, like Akademiks, it's obvious, right? He's a academic stan, right? And then you have some people on Kendrick's side, and then you have people in the middle. I would tend to believe that I'm in the middle, right? It's because look, I don't have a rapper, and even if I did, I'm not going to do what DJ Akademiks did and just, that sounds like you really personally connected to that. And that's something that you would do, if you were talking, for me, for example, I would probably do that if somebody was attacking my woman or something, right? So I wouldn't necessarily be all boisterous and huffy-puffy trying to defend another man who can defend himself. Drake can get on his own podcast. Drake can do whatever he want to do and do it and come out and, be what Akademiks is being, if he wanted to. But I don't know. I've since I've been doing this YouTube stuff and been running across people, and we run across it all the time because, listen, I speak my mind, I talk about people, and, how I feel about whatever their actions are. So you get a lot of people in defense of other people, right? This is what that is. And this, to me, high estrogen levels, because listen, I'm not gonna be spitting all over my mic and like Akademiks. I'm not gonna be doing all of that, right? That's crazy. I mean, I'm not that invested to be that irritable, that mood swingy. I'm not that invested, right? Now, could Drake have paid this dude some amount of money? Because listen, here's what happens a lot behind the scenes also that may, have come out, may have, more so been exposed here lately, right? But, there's a lot of arm twisting and there's a lot of stuff that goes on. Like, for example, the head of UMG was supposedly reached out to Kendrick Lamar telling him to stop. Kendrick Lamar has a publishing deal with UMG, Universal Music Group. Drake has pretty much a 360 deal with UMG. So, of course, UMG would want Kendrick to back off. Whether or not Kendrick backed off because of what UMG said to him, or just because the diss track, the last one, was so fire, and Drake's response was in defensive mode, right? Which makes it pathetic because anytime you are in a battle and you become defensive, listen, the best defense is good offense. Look at the Kansas City Chiefs. When they won the Super Bowl, their defense was terrible, and they they won. So the best defense is a good offense. So here we are, looking at DJ Akademiks doing this thing. Now, Drake has been accused of, some kind of like diddler type of stuff. Who knows if it's gone as far as what Diddy is being accused of? Who knows? It's, it would appear that it's along the same lines. You got all these different videos coming out and him kissing a 17-year-old girl on stage after he found out, because they were saying like, oh, it was after and whatever, and it was before and whatever. But she told him, and then he kissed her after. And then you got all these other girls. He's following the high school girls, and what's her name? Millie Bobby Brown, saying, they asked her, what do you guys talk about? She said, oh, we'll leave that in the text. It's a little weird that that you can't repeat what's being texted to you as a 14-year-old from a grown man. It's a little suspicious. Now, Akademiks can overlook that. Why is he overlooking that? Is he being paid? Is he doing something else? I don't know. Right? I mean, the guy, Drake, does paint his nails. And I think he might have worn a dress or a purse or something. I don't know. Something like that. But Drake is definitely weird, right? And to go to these links and be this irritable, could it be depression, anxiety, sleep? It could be a combination of all of this. But listen, you are almost jumping out of your chair when we also watched, if you keep up with Ak, when Kendrick dropped, he was visibly emotional, right? Oh, why? I mean, anytime your voice, it's something going wrong, right? So it's funny because he also said in that same podcast that he would spend $1 million because to torture or to screw this guy's life up, whoever the mole is. I mean, you got to look at the backstory and all that. I'm not going to explain it, but there's a mole supposedly who's doing all these videos and saying that if you don't apologize by a certain time, that they're going to do lawsuits or whatever. And he's saying that if he finds out who that is, he's going to spend $1 million and I give him nothing and torture him for the rest of his life or whatever it says. Now listen, that's a threat, right? You can absolutely be sued for harassment if you say that you're gonna torment the dude for the rest of his life. That's a threat, and the action itself would be harassment. You can be sued for both. So I don't know why. I mean, that's emotion. Like that, your emotions are spewing out of you to the point where you are admitting to potential crimes, if not crimes already. So listen, Shannon Sharp did the same thing. He had to backtrack when he was messing with Mike Epps. And, again, listen, eat broccoli. That keeps your estrogen down. Don't drink out of plastic bottles. It's convenient, but, there's estrogen in the plastic bottles, especially if you're heating up stuff in plastic bottles or anything plastic, right? Listen, lose that belly fat. That'll help you with your estrogen too. Alcohol is estrogenic. You were just on there drunk not too long ago. I can't say nothing because have I been drinking on this channel at some time, at some point? Yes, but look, I know how to keep my estrogen down. Look, I'm never gonna be boisterous like that about another man that can defend them damn self, right? I don't care if you pay me or not. I'm not gonna do that. That's what I'm not going to do. I might argue the points in that, when I say argument, like, in a debate, like, a debate, like, I mean, and I don't understand, like, a lot of these dudes on these shows, they get boisterous, right? Joe Budden, there's a dude on there, Drake fan, they didn't say nothing all the time, so I'm like, why are you on here? So, I mean, listen. Obviously, male overactive estrogen syndrome is a thing. And it's spreading. Like, spreading. Because a lot of these dudes is acting real estrogenic, real emotional, right? Another dude is that dude Sharp from Adam 22. I was just watching a couple of videos, doing some research about some stuff. I seen him. He's supposed to be this, this 16, but you're not really 16. So, look. Again, don't drink out of the bottles, the plastic bottles, right? If you can, right? Try to do glass if you can. Eat broccoli or any type of cruciferous vegetable, right? That's like broccoli and spinach and, green stuff, salads, all that kind of stuff. Eat that. That'll keep your estrogen levels down. And it probably will cause you to be more calm. Like, listen, when you throwing tantrums and all that kind of stuff and you threatening women like Sharp and all that, that's weakness. That's not strength, that's weakness. If you lose your cool, that's weakness, right? Listen, I know people that won't even raise your voice. Or won't even raise their own voice, right? But without even raising their voice, won't even break a sweat. Oh, by speaks of break a sweat, not only was Akademiks spitting all that stuff, right? It looked like he broke a sweat. But anyway. Oh, man. So, look. Be on the lookout. Seek help if you feel like you have it. Seek help. And the help is, eat better. Eat more vegetables. And lose that belly fat. So with that, we'll get out of here and just understand this. Eat your vegetables. Talk to you later.